Ever heard of the Aswang? In Capiz, Philippines? It's not just a legend. It's a terrifying reality. Imagine a creature that craves human flesh, shifting from a beautiful woman to a monstrous beast in the blink of an eye. That's the Aswang, and tonight you'll hear what happened when Charlie and his friends stumbled into its hunting grounds. Get ready for a chilling audio horror story that will leave you breathless. This is Aswang Horror. Listen, if you dare.
My name is Charlie, and I'm telling you this because you need to understand. What happened in Capiz, it wasn't a story, it was real, and it was the most terrifying thing I've ever lived through. You see, Capiz, by day, it lulls you. It whispers promises of paradise, a paradise bathed in golden sunlight. Picture this, pristine beaches stretching endlessly, the crystal clear water reflecting a deceptive, peaceful sky. We were 6 friends, driven by a naive thirst for adventure, desperate to escape the mundane. We, me, Caden, Annette, Jack, Sophia, and Drew, were drawn to Capiz by its facade of untouched beauty, its golden history, a history that hid a monstrous truth. We explored the majestic ruins of old Spanish churches. We wandered through bustling markets, now haunted memories of exotic spices and fresh seafood. We climbed to the top of rolling hills. We watched the sun paint the sky with fiery hues. A breathtaking sunset that now mocks me with its beauty. It was a tourist's dream, a cruel illusion, a deceptive haven of beauty and tranquility. But as the sun sank below the horizon, Capiz revealed its true face. It became a living nightmare. The air thickened with a suffocating dread. The vibrant colors bled into a chilling, deathly gray, and the silence was broken by the sickening rustling of unseen horrors. The laughter of the day turned into the chilling whispers of the damned. The warm, inviting breeze became a frozen, malevolent draft. You see, Capiz held a secret, a dark, ancient secret that craved our blood, and we, 6 utterly foolish travelers, stumbled into its jaws. Tonight, I'm telling you how I barely escaped. The night the Aswang hunted us, and I swear to you, this is not a story you will forget. We thought it was just another trip, a simple backpacking adventure across the Philippines, landing in Capiz, where myths and legends were dismissed as harmless tales. The beaches, the ruins, the old churches, they lured us in. The nostalgia of a place untouched by time, but we were warned. We were told, in no uncertain terms, not to wander into the forests or the ruins at night. We laughed. We were so wrong. The locals had eyes that held a terrible knowledge. Their smiles were forced, brittle. The tour guide, Piolo, hesitated, his voice heavy with dread. Enjoy Capiz, but remember, some places should never, ever be disturbed. Jack scoffed, dismissing it as ghost stories. We all laughed. We should have listened. We should have run. That's when I saw her, Corazon. She wasn't like the others. Her skin glowed under the dim streetlights. Her raven black hair moved with a life of its own. Her eyes, they were wells of ancient darkness. She had an elegance, an otherworldly beauty, like she belonged to a realm beyond our understanding. She studied me, her gaze piercing.
You are not from here,
she stated, not asked. I told her I wanted to know more. Maybe she could show me. She smiled. but it was a smile that didn't reach her eyes.
Some places you should not go, not at night.
I should have heeded her warning. I should have turned back. We had a stupid idea. Ghost hunting the ruins at night. Drew was nervous, said this was next level stupid. Sophia teased him, telling him to live a little. We pushed forward, our flashlights cutting through the darkness. The air was thick, heavy. Then, the first scream. Caden was gone, just gone. 1 second he was beside me, the next, an empty space where he had been. Then the sound, something moving. Fast, breathing too close to my ear. My blood ran cold. We were not alone. I screamed for them to run. And then something lunged. The sound, bones snapping, flesh tearing, the wet, grotesque noise of something feeding. We ran and never looked back. They weren't just hunting us. They were feeding. I saw Caden's body, ripped open, his insides missing. Jack was next, his scream cut short. Annette fell behind. Her flashlight flickered, revealing something crouched over her, something tearing into her flesh like a wild animal. Then, darkness. Drew gasped. "They're changing. And then his voice cut off in a sickening crunch. I didn't stop running. I couldn't. Corazon was waiting.
You should have listened.
She said, voice barely above a whisper.
Now they won't stop until you're all dead.
I begged her to help. She hesitated. Then, finally,
Run! Find the church. It's the only safe place left.
I didn't ask why. I just ran. The church loomed ahead. Safety! I pounded on the door, screaming for help. It opened. The priest pulled me inside.
You are a fool.
He muttered.
This place does not belong to God anymore.
I turned. The shadows inside twisted, pulsing. The walls bled. I was not safe. I had run straight into their den. Corazon! But she wasn't the same. Her eyes, they weren't human anymore. Her voice was hollow.
You were never supposed to come here.
She stepped closer. Her teeth elongated, sharp. My heart pounded. You lied to me, I whispered. She smiled, just enough for me to see the hunger in her eyes. She turned, facing the others. The Aswang who had been hunting me. She bared her teeth. He's mine to protect. They lunged. She fought. The sounds, flesh tearing, bones snapping, her screams. It was too much. I ran. I left her there. And when I looked back, she was gone. I made it out. Scarred, broken, but alive. Corazon. She saved me. And to this day, I still hear the whispers in the wind, calling my name.
Haunted. Subscribe now.